What is going on YouTube? Welcome to another video. In today's gameplay we have a GTA 5 guide on doing the Cayo Perico Heist. I will be dividing these videos into parts just to make it shorter and more bearable to watch. So I'll have part 1 being gathering intel, part 2 will be doing the setups, and then part 3 will be doing the heist itself. It might be a solo attempt or it'll be a group attempt, but I'll just try to explain as much as I can. This a disclaimer, guys, this is not a full guide. I will not be taking you on a full guide by showing you every single access point and so on. I can give you a few hints and stuff on just trying to making it easier, but that's what you guys will have to see in the gameplay. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you guys do enjoy the content, and comment down below something you'd want to see me do on GTA 5. And yeah, this is just personally my tips and tricks video, basically. Things that I found easier in terms of doing the heist, but yeah guys, enjoy it. The first thing you would need to do is register as a CEO or an MC owner and then request a Kosatka. You'll have to purchase a Kosatka if you don't have it. This is the submarine that was added a few months ago, and with this you will be able to make literally millions in a matter of hours. Make sure you request it and then head over to the disk, and then you can start up the heist by spending 25 grand, and then you should also then gather the intel. Once you've paid the 25 grand and you've started the mission to gather the intel, the first tip I will give to you guys is don't be afraid to spend that $10,000 to fast travel or $2,000 every single time you need to go to a certain part of the map. I will help you save money with this further into the series, which might be in part 2 where we do the setups. Spend the $2,000, travel to the closest point where the mission is set, and then that way you will be able to save on time and on just effort. The next step I have for you guys is to make sure you spend about 2 million, I believe, on this Sparrow. I'm not sure how much the upgrade for the missiles cost, but you need to have the Sparrow. This is just useful. It has unlimited missiles. It's not limited like the Oppressor. However, the handling of the Sparrow is a bit of a thing you have to get used to. So make sure you do spend that money. The requesting dinghies will also be very effective for some missions where the Sparrow isn't very, worth taking on that journey. This will further be demonstrated in the series. Now, getting into the intel mission. Whenever you start up the heist, you will always need to go to a certain location where you need to steal the aeroplane and then fly all the way to the checkpoint, which is basically entering the exit location for the island. This mission is very simple to do. All you need to do is just steal it, shoot a few guys, and then just literally fly to the destination.
Good. Now, fly south. Then keep flying south until you hear the sound of angry blonde Colombian on Tropical Beach. Coordinates are with you now. Disguises should be in back of plane. You can change on the way. And leave your weapons. Mr. Rubio will not trust smugglers. The guards will shoot you on sight if you are armed.
Once you land on the island, what you would want to do is first scout out some secondary targets. I always used to do this, scout out the hangars, scout out some side places here and there, until I just felt like it wasn't necessary, since we never actually get to loot that place. I mean, the compound has more valuable stuff. It mostly contains the gold, the cash, and paintings. Ranking these would be from paintings to gold to cocaine to cash, and then weed at the bottom. I do believe this is the rankings in terms of the value. Now I'll be just showing you guys some of the spots where you can find the secondary targets if you want to scout them out every time, but I just never do it anymore. I just scout out the targets that are in the compound. For purposes of this video, I will just include them. As you guys can see, I'm just scouting out a few more secondary targets. Then I also came across the clothes. The clothes are basically disguises. With these clothes and a supply truck that is spawned on the island, but does not have a definite spawn each time you come to the island. If you can scout out and find this truck, you can use a truck as well as these clothes as a disguise to enter the compound without any hassle. However, this is not the approach method I use. I never used it. I don't know if it's worth it, but I mean, it is another way of entering the compound unnoticed. What you would want to do now is grab the bike. If you do get spotted with this bike, the bike will not spawn over and over and over at the same place. You will have to look for another source of transport. You could take the jeep buggies, but they just make noise. They're not as easy to maneuver around the map. And the second spawn location of a bike that I know of is on the left side of the shore. As you travel out of this gate, you will just have to travel left on the shore. You will find a bike not too far away, which will just help you so much. As you guys will see in the gameplay, how easy the bike makes your life. As you guys can see, this is why I say that the bike is just your best possible transport on the island. You can just literally just squeeze through these gates, just wait for the patrol vehicles, keep an eye out for the tower guards as well. There are guards on the ground, so you just need to be careful, just look at your map every now and then just to make sure you don't get caught, because you will be kicked all the way to the starting point and then you'll end up running some of the way instead of just using your bike. So yeah, some points of secondary targets, and then once you feel like you've scouted out the place, the island, then you'd want to make your way to the signal box, which you'll have to hack. It might be down at the bottom most of the times, otherwise you'll just have to climb the layers and then look for it and then hack it. When it comes to hacking the signal box, it's quite simple to hack. As a matter of fact, all you just need to do is play around with the numbers. Sometimes it's times, sometimes it's plus, or it's just neutral or whatever. So you just have to play it out. This one was pretty simple for me to figure out. And then yeah, you just literally need to play with it. The more you do it, the better the easier it becomes. And then once you do that, all you have to do is then access the cameras, and that way scout out the compound.
Have a look in the basement. No need to change the winning formula, yes? Oh, do you see there? In the display case, bottle of Cincelito, antique tequila. So strong, you wake up next day with Mexican accent. Diamond encrusted edition too. This will fetch us the price we need. Getting through the case will be a challenge. Use the wrong tool and you destroy what is inside. I will do some research. Oh, I see. I have made a note on the planning board.
When it comes to scouting the compound, make sure you guys check out every single corner if you haven't done the heist before. When you come to the office, the second keycard will be on the desk. I will show this in the heist video itself, the part 3. The reason I'm also zooming onto the photo is because there is actually a safe behind it. You can access a safe. It gives you a few 10,000s, as well as there is a gun in the drawer of the desk. And one thing you should know about looting the safe is that it gives you money, but it does not add to your loot pack. So this means that your loot pack is empty and you are able to take even more valuable stuff. So just keep that in mind, guys. Once you scouted out every single corner of the compound, what you'll just want to do is just literally jump off the Tanner tower, fall to your death or get caught while falling, and you will just go straight back to the airstrip, and that way you can leave the island. As you guys can see, I'm taking you back to the clip where you see the side of the compound. Now I'm pointing to the back side of the compound, the entry point that I'll be using for this series specifically. I'll be using the submarine, the Kosatka, to enter the sewer tunnel. And to scout this tunnel, you'll just have to grab a boat and then make your way to the backside of the compound. You just literally hover close to the compound in the boat, and that way it will pick up as a point of access. Now I will be showing you this obviously in part 3, where we will be entering the compound through the tunnel. So guys, that's basically how the gathering of the intel is. It's very simple, straightforward. I mean, if you are new to the heist, you'll just have to, get used to it, do it over and over and over. But if you guys have any questions, just drop it in the comment section. I will address it in the next video if you guys have any questions. But that's basically the part 1. Part 2 will be the heist setups. Part 3 will have the heist itself, either solo or as a group. And maybe in those parts your question might be answered in terms of something you need to know about the heist. But if you have something and you need to know it right now, just comment down below and I'll try to help you out as quickly as possible, or just include it in the next video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Okay, we have our